off with his Vanquish Soul
Mm.
K9 strategy.
Okay.
I mean, the Drake Hotel strategy obviously prefers to go first, but it has a lot of options going second. It tries to take advantage of a lot of the
Yeah.
effects in the hand because it can recycle them with the effect of Drake Hotel Ethereum.
Stake your soul. I see a lot of green cards in Luke's hand, which is not what you want to
I
see.
Alright.
know.
I'm streaming 300th YCS NA edition.
That's not where you want to be as Luke. That's not the first card you want to see activated in your YCS.
So it looks like it's VS K9 against Dragotel. So a pretty meta matchup, I'd say. Where's my mouse at? Oh, here it is. Okay. A lot different than what I streamed earlier. Okay, you went Stake Your Soul, Shifter, Mata, Chain Shifter. Yeah, Searching Raven. And this game is probably over, right? Like, I don't know, looking a little rough. Looking a little rough. Looking a little rough, bruh. So Northern Raven search Xiaolong. Doesn't really want to make Rock the Vanquisher under Shifter. So maybe it could be like a Borger. Oh, he already is Caesar. Okay. Oh my god. So this is 4 summons, and then in the end phase we go Borger. I mean, we definitely don't do this in main phase, right? This is just 5 summons, we just play him in dip crazy for no reason. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I think doing this in the... I think doing this here is like kind of a troll, right? You should just summon Borger in end phase, not in main phase. But whatever. Oh, it's Xiaolong. Oh, he has another fight. Does he have Ash in hand? He's Ash Boss in hand. He's going for a Ripper line. Also, I feel like maybe... I mean, yeah, he just played in the nib crazy for no reason while he's under Shifter. This cannot have been the right move. And then you just lose Holy Suit forever if your opponent... You don't even know what deck your opponent's on. It's round 1. But I don't like this play. This play is definitely risky. I don't like it. Not a fan. Yeah, I don't think this was the correct play from his side, to be honest. He got a little greedy. I don't even think he should have summoned Caesar. I think he should have Mad Love bounced him itself and then summoned Holy Sue. Well, I guess that plays an impulse. No, he doesn't have impulse. Yeah, I think you Mad Love bounced itself, summon Holy Sue. Oh my god. Wait, is it curse? No. Yeah, I don't know how that's a lot of spells. I mean, it doesn't matter how you play it when you open Shifter versus Dragotel, right? Yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate. It was basically a non-game. I don't agree with how the control player played it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you activate Shifter. Pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh card, so. But yeah, hello people. This is me streaming the 300 YCS. Take 2. So I streamed earlier, but it was for EU. Experimenting with streaming. I don't know if it'll be something I do consistently, but yeah. Yeah, moving on to game number 2. We'll have Trigato going first. Should be favored. Should be opens like Fallen. But yeah, we'll see what's up. Man, yeah, I hope you all are doing very well. Very, very well. Very well. Da, 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 da. Do you want to see this? Man, nah. Oh, Luke C is from Australia. Oh, damn. Alright. We'll see. I mean, if he doesn't open like Fallen with White Dragon, right, he can get his Vanquishal can go second relatively easily. So we'll see what's up.
Also, the meta doesn't necessarily practice you to go for 5 mana as much. You're not playing typically other
So we'll see what's up.
in your deck anymore.
Excuse me, I just woke up. I'm not gonna cap.
Not as comfortable there. Exactly. That can be the case here for Luke, but the best part about Yu-Gi-Oh is that it's best of 3. So you get to dive into that side deck, you can prepare for the counter strategies.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is one of those things where if you're playing the Brandon Draco Tell
Game number 2. Game number 2.
you kind of expect to lose that game 1 anyway. So if you're gonna get shifted, you might as well get shifted there.
Yeah, let's let it happen game 1, not game 3, please.
Okay, so I see an Urgula. I believe in his hand. I see Urgula.
Is there a shifter?
Not yet. Okay, so far so good.
Rahu. That's not a good start. That is a terrible start.
I mean, I don't know if it's a great way.
Oh my god.
Oh, not like this.
You mean he's a better player, bro.
Just glue Corey's hand. I promise you it's limited to 1.
And on Rahu specifically, I mean, there is no counterplay that you are losing cards here. Resolve
He is.
oh, and Urgula from the hand.
And Rahu's so good when you have Urgula in hand because you can just basically search any spellcaster from your
Wow.
by sending the graveyard, adding it back to your hand.
Yeah, I mean the game's over. Like he just lost. Assuming Vanquish open playable, right?
For the birthday boy.
Like that's actually crazy.
A long tournament, right? 15 rounds.
That's why we're
Oh my god. This is Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
get shifter twice round 1. You got
He opened freaking.
so hopefully that doesn't happen again.
He had Shifter 2 games in a row. Oh my god.
I mean, it's not over yet. Let's not count it out yet. There's still gets to get Gulamel on the field. So if he has like a Draco Tail trap already, and
Yeah, bro. He has a Guillermo on the field. It's not counting out yet. This game is over, bro.
Draco Tail part in your graveyard for the trap,
I see his Flame in hand.
as long as there's nothing changed in the trap.
Which is like, and I see the Vanquish player has only monsters in his hand. I was like,
Oh my god.
yeah, Shifter in the first game, and then he shifted to the second game too. Oh my fucking, don't have Fire Dark. Oh my fucking god.
I mentioned that you can't really high roll as much anymore, but sometimes there's that 1%.
I mean, wow. If I'm the Dragato player, I'm feeling sick. I'm feeling sick as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is like, I mean, he said, yeah, you got it, bro. Fuck this shit. That was like a 8-minute match. I feel bad for him. Oh my god. Especially because the Vanquish player didn't even like play well when he could play. But it doesn't matter because Shifter is a good Yu-Gi-Oh card. Wow. I mean, thank God they're catching this on stream. Ban that card. I hope they ban the card. Card's degenerate as fuck, but I don't think they will, unfortunately. But yeah,
Corey's day. Maybe we'll see Corey again in the
man. Okay, well, while we're waiting on that, we can watch the Dortmund. We can go to Dortmund.
Gary adding back this engage, but now
Yeah, we can go to Dortmund.
that is the main monster zone is occupied. Ecclesia is being activated now. So
Yeah.
Widow Anchor is not an
Let me change the quality of this. Quality's low with. Oh no, it's 1080p.
We saw the
Okay.
droplet earlier, so it might be the case. Maybe one of
I'd be tilted too. That would ruin my whole day. But yeah, we have Josh. Joshua Schmidt playing Sky Striker. Where's Dragotail branded?
Only Ecclesia there on the field. Diogo not able to use
He did mention this is a deck you might want to play, so.
summons it and passes back over to Joshua, who now sees more than an opener to close out this game, close out this match. Turns that
It looks like he's winning the winning position. He has a lot of cards.
big, right? So this could almost be game, but no Hayate
it will be the
first.
Hayate.
Oh, Hayate for
A lot of cards.
Oh yeah, that's game for sure.
Is the Ecclesia going to activate anything? No. We get our Rayback, only 3,500 life points. Attack.
Attack, and then using the effect of Ray.
Ray effect, tag out.
The extra deck and try to win the game right away. Diogo
GG.
knows.
Wow. Play this match also ended.
The victory for Josh on the Sky Striker strategy, winning
Sky Striker going crazy, bro.
convincingly, to be honest. And I'm such a fan of this strategy that I'm I'm so happy to see it on stage, and it was
It goes crazy.
not that easy, to be honest, because after the first game, during the first game, I saw that it was over.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, table turn, and the victory was there.
I mean,
And that is how the wins happen.
much better than that, right?
I'm interested to hear the interview, Josh's opinion or takes, I guess.
Fan favorite decks, the Sky Striker deck. And Sky Striker also, I mean, there's more support coming for Sky Striker soon as well. So some good advertisement in that department too, if you ask me. It's already strong and then even more coming. But in this format, it just feels like such a good pick for the tournament. Like the more I see it, the
I don't
more I
know.
saw here in this specific match, it feels like it may just be the right pick. And I mean, I say that knowing that, of course, he picked the deck for the tournament, so there gotta be some solid logic behind it.
Exactly, there has to be a reasoning for Joshua Schmidt or some
A
other
reasoning,
opponents
yeah.
that we know of to pick this deck and actually rock up with a solid rogue strategy into the competition. But you have seen how many tools this deck has, especially with this combination of vision and the fall into virtues. But then again, every deck plays that.
At this point, pretty much every one of them does. I'm still curious about that first game though, because yes, of course, there was.
Yeah, I didn't see the other parts of the game, to be honest, so I missed that out.
Before that from Joshua was like really, really, really slow, and I think
Did not see that.
Hornet drones and just going into Hornet drones first of all into something like a zero would have enabled us a lot more safety than just using the draw effect there of his Radiant Typhoon vision and then having to discard the Hornet drones and just not really having anything else to follow it up with. So maybe something to look into in the analysis corner there, because that was really a dangerous moment for him in that first game, and he almost lost it there.
I'm also very curious on why we didn't go for the OTK in game 2 when the zero was summoned.
Game
We knew
one it
that
was.
Rahu was set, so you could have just activated that effect.
Oh, you mean that? Yeah, I mean, but game 1 as well. I mean, you said, okay,
Damn, we're coming at Josh's Sky Striker play. Like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Shit.
game 1 though. Game 1.
The first game, there was the droplet which was set, and I think that we could just have gone for the win over here. But
The win over here?
but maybe I didn't pick something.
Not making fun of his voice.
See that
I think it's cool. I
later
don't know.
because, I think that they will be soon ready. But speaking about the Sky Striker, yeah, I think it is a very good deck. You know, it is just navigating.
I don't know how I feel about Sky
all
Striker.
the decks and
I'm not the biggest fan, to be honest, not gonna lie.
the strategies that
Maybe.
are not
Maybe
the
Josh's
best
list is the goo.
because it takes people off guard. It takes them by surprise, and that's maybe what happened there with this Mirror Jade situation.
And you know, if you're entering a YCS tournament, you do not want to be surprised by your opponent, who is Joshua Schmidt, winning the 6th round feature match. So we are going over to the analysis to both of them.
Okay, analysis with Josh.
With Joshua, finally, I would say. After a while, you came back here onto the desk.
Yeah, I mean, I've been at the table, but I haven't made it to the desk recently. So.
So good to have you. And so first of all, X1 record so far. So I think pretty fair, I would say. Who did you lose against?
Draco Tail.
Dragozel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
Jordan knocked her.
you redeemed. Okay. Draco. Yeah. But we were wondering why Sky Striker for the event.
It's just I like it.
Okay.
I don't have a different response. I think it's solid. I think there's a lot of decks that are solid right now. I think nothing is the clear best, and I really like the games that this deck has, like the ones we just saw. Like I like its playstyle. It's really grindy. I think
He does like the playstyle. Josh was teasing playing Draco only to play Sky Striker.
Makes a mistake. Like the longer the games go, the more likely it is someone misses something, and it's just a lot of fun.
Did you have like also another deck in mind for the event specifically? Something else that you tested, for example? Yeah.
There's a lot of cool decks right now. I was considering playing Draco Tail, and also Radiant Typhoon is another deck that's kind of similar to Sky Strike. You know, a lot of powerful spells, a lot of drawing and stuff. Something I really like. So, was considering Radiant Typhoon. In the end,
Damn.
I think Sky Striker has a good matchup against Radiant Typhoon because you can pretty much always dodge the negation of the continuous trap. And so instead of playing Radiant Typhoon mirror matches, I decided I would play Sky Striker, and that's favored. So like that, yeah, that's basically
And
it.
so far, I think it's working out very well. And
Is that even favored? I don't even know if it is favored.
Game one was,
You could say the same thing about the Radiant Typhoon mirror, right?
you were in
I don't know.
very good control. Like
I feel like the issue is winning the grind game.
You would think my opener was really strong, but funnily enough, in this deck, you don't actually. I mean, of course, you never complain if you draw engage, but at the same time, if you have no other spells to go with it, like I wasn't able to resolve engage to draw a card. Like you really want to have Upstart Goblins, you want to have Radiant Typhoon Vision, or
Imagine we drew engage. It wasn't that good.
to get all the widow
I get it
angles
though. I
and
get it.
pass, but I was not able to draw like a ton of cards.
I get what he's saying.
I was kind of lucky that he only opened with the Albaz and no real other play. But then once they top deck this Rahu, it actually.
I get what he's saying.
I felt pretty safe after I saw that they didn't have a play on the follow-up turn, or on turn 2 rather, after I negated the Albaz. And so I was like, okay, you know what, I got this from here on out. And then the Sting really caught me off guard on my engage, so I couldn't really get much going the next turn either. And then the top deck Rahu made it really close again, because I was like, you know, if they have Bell or Ash or whatever, I had to call by for that, but the Sting I couldn't stop. So that was a little rough.
Yeah, because as you said, I really felt like, of course, you helped him out a lot. But also, as you mentioned, they have a follow-up, so I think it was also good for you because, like, in the next highlight for Game 2, I just highlight this run, which pretty much you sealed the game. I think, did you understand you had, like, a window where you were like, okay, maybe I got this? Because there was the window where he missed the Mirror Jade activation, right?
Huh?
He missed the Mirror Jade activation.
It was a very weird one because
Okay.
I have a Rose in hand, and I have a Ray coming back from the graveyard. And so I'm asking like anything on resolution because I'm expecting the Mirror Jade to go and chain link 1 so that if I chain Ray, he can just banish my 0.
Yeah.
And luckily they didn't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it still wouldn't have been game that turn because I can still chain the Ray. I can perform a summon of a Sky Striker that gets banished by Mirror Jade. Then I can still trigger Rose in hand, so I can still put up some defense. But then I don't have the Rose on this follow-up turn, so
All right.
how that goes. And I take a lot more damage.
Yeah, totally. And winning Game 1, you kind of survived, let's say. And how do you approach with Draco without talking about side deck specific deck patterns? How do you approach the matchup?
I think it's similar to Radiant Typhoon, a solid matchup for Sky Striker because you have a lot of ways to dodge the traps. Like you saw, the Harpy's Feather Duster being is one of the best cards in the matchup for me. Because I basically always have a way to force it through. And because Sky Striker is such a grindy deck, the biggest thing about this is that all 3 traps go to the graveyard immediately, so there's no more recycling. So, of course, the board that's still left is huge.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I know if I can just survive long enough, I will win this game state, because eventually they will run out of Draco Tail trap cards. So at this point, when you have like Harpy's Feather Duster or anything else like that, the main goal is just survive as long as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also feel like his start was amazing because he started with Rahu Ketu, Branded Fusion.
Yeah.
So it pretty much had it all.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, with just one card here, also you had the.
Wait, he ended on
Force,
Titanic
even
Lad?
Relegations, and,
What the heck?
I really felt like.
I don't know about that one,
his
but
starting hand was very good.
Yeah.
At this point in time, when you had Shizuku set 3,
Yeah.
I felt like the game set was so advanced that you were like, okay, maybe I'm quite close.
I felt pretty good at this point. I mean, you mentioned that his hand was pretty strong, but one thing that was missing from it was any like non-engine. You know, there was no like Dolan Lockbird, no Ash Blossom, and that's really what can make the difference in this particular matchup. I think I can always beat the board, but if you have too many of those other cards in hand, then I have a problem.
Yeah, and here essentially just to back this up, you managed to seal the game.
Yeah.
Just in the turn because then
Okay,
essentially
okay.
he used a lot of his resources and then you just he realizes that he can't do push anything else and you know you push. So congrats first of all.
Thank
Is
you.
there any specific matchup you are afraid to play against this weekend?
Afraid? I'm afraid to lose the dice roll against anything with K9 cards.
Okay.
Other than that, I think it's Lunalight also.
Lunalight
hard.
Lunlight's scary.
Yeah.
Lunlight's scary.
Yeah,
But-
everything that makes big and scary boards. I need boards that are beatable. That's all I need.
And how about Vanquishal? Like you were a fan of the deck. I would
I'm
say, like, for
more
a while
afraid
now.
of Crystron because that has
Okay.
Spell Canceller, but Vanquishal is also pretty tough. They have a really strong grind game. I think it's playable for me, but if the Vanquishal player is good, I think it's really hard. If they go first. If I go first, it's better, but...
Okay. So, thanks for being with us, and
problem.
hopefully we will get to see you again on stream and also on the other side, hopefully.
I'll try
So
my
let's see how this goes. But
On the other
just for the
side.
record, so best of luck for the rest of rounds,
Alright.
and guys, thank.
Little hands there. 2 from your hand, 2 from your
okay, another feature match. Another feature match.
Point, that Liger Dancer can carry you to victory. So
Alright. Oh, Yassine. Oh shit, Yassine brought Lunalight. Let's go. Yassine. Lunalight and Jigatil branded, okay. Let's go. You've seen the goat.
To go and chain link one so that if
Lunalight and Jigatil. Let's go. You've seen the goat. Alright, alright.
If he's going first or second, I think he's in decent shape. I do see a Droll and Lockbird in his hand, which is really... As a Moonlight player, I can tell you Droll is the scariest thing. Because it takes you a minute to get to the black if you start with Gold Leo, because you have to go through so many searches to get that effect to add it back from the graveyard.
Yeah, I think it's almost not necessarily impossible.
Alright,
to get
so
the right answer afterwards,
Rahu.
but
That is not a good start.
just very, very.
You never want to hear start with Rahu.
Is going first with the Droll in hand with the Ash Blossom, but Yassine has an Ash Blossom for Rahu Draco Tail, so you know Yassine's hoping this is going to end Alex's
Let me do this
turn.
real quick.
I mean, if you lead with Rahu, as I mentioned before.
I mean, if you
it's
leave
not
Rahu, I'm mashing it. I'm mashing him out to quickness.
really
I know your hand's
leading
super
with a lot
bad.
of options, and if it gets met with that blossom here, it could be ending Alex's turn.
And if
For
there's a
show.
card you want to Ash Blossom, it's that one. You don't want to Ash Blossom Ketsu Draco Tail. You want to
Yeah.
save it for the Rahu almost always. Because with the way the Draco Tail cards work, no matter if you have like if you have like an Urgula,
Is he in his extra deck right now?
From your deck, you can be able to add back a card.
Oh
that
God,
later
no.
on. You're gonna be able
Okay.
to fill up your spell and trap zones. Rahu just kind of snowballs into so much.
Yeah, the only one that imitates Shadal Fusion by sending a monster directly from the deck to the graveyard. Just immediate advantage, and just getting access to a name you didn't already have.
What is that? What's happening?
Seems like there might be an issue with the headset here.
You see Yassine having a good laugh about it.
Okay.
I can hear the judge on the player mic. Sounds like they're talking to protect. There might be an issue with their headsets. Something
Headsets.
they're trying to fix. I heard Yassine say a little better,
Okay.
which isn't really what you want to hear, because a little better usually means
It's pretty bad.
I don't want to tell you this, but no, it hasn't gotten better.
Yeah.
But you see Alex kind of looking through his extra deck. What do you think he'd be looking for? Maybe he has a fine mana in hand, seeing if he can make something. I don't know what he could be checking.
Left by Mena with no Draco Tails, probably.
So like, what can I make? Nothing really.
He could have some mana with no
I mean,
Dragotels.
Control Lockbird's a spellcaster, so if you have a dragon that's not a Draco Tail, maybe there's
I
something.
think I see some mana in the fan actually. I see a lot of monsters.
Well, it's just going to be a few more minutes.
A lot of
to
monsters.
figure out the situation, and yeah, this is kind of, I think, if you're Yassine, like, how are you feeling right now? I think if they start with Rahu Draco Tail, and you have the Ash Blossom, you have to be feeling pretty good, because I mean, this is usually a turn skip kind of interaction.
Yeah, of all the ways to start a game going second into this matchup, I think this is pretty much as good as it can go.
There's no falling of the white dragon, right? Right?
You wouldn't expect it, right? 'Cause I think in most situations, if you have Rahu, you want this card to resolve. So you're throwing.
He doesn't have Fallen White Dragon. He definitely doesn't have that.
And those are the ways, like, the
Does
little
not have
skills
fallen
you
at
pick
all.
up in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's about being able to read your opponent and know, like, based upon the order they play their cards, what else they could possibly have.
Yeah, it's one of the really important parts of just understanding every deck instead of just your own. Obviously, it's really important to know the ins and outs of your deck, but if you know the ins and outs of your opponent's deck, it's much easier to figure out where to stop it.
Okay, it was a pass, right? Yassine just drew. I think we're back in it.
Oh my
and
God, he
it was
passed.
An Ash Blossom in the turn. But we do know Alex has the... Another thing you can infer from a situation like that is that if they don't have any other ways to play, those cards are going to be interactive cards from the hand.
Yeah, typically, as the game has progressed, it's always been one starter and then a bunch of cards to make sure your opponent cannot play.
Potentially.
And now we're leading
Fractal.
off with Tri-Brigade, Fractal.
Hound.
This card is absolutely amazing.
Liger Dancer, Leo Dancer, or Gold Leo.
Decks, and it's going to send a Lunalight Silverhound, which will try to special summon a Lunalight monster from the deck, and Alexander has
Okay.
Blossom and Joyous Spring.
All right, one interaction down here. Let's see if Yassine has any more ways to start.
When you've seen,
No cards on the opponent's field for that heavy polymerization. A lot of cards that typically would be in the deck going second. Kind of cut off. You played around it by not having a playable hand.
I've seen looking at his hand like, what the fuck?
Yassine pass back to his own Ash Blossom?
He's leaning.
Thinking. And now he's shuffling his deck, so
Oh, I mean, that's a good sign.
a good sign for Alexander.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a great sign for Yasin.
Oh my god.
Unless he's going to activate a card like Pot of Prosperity now.
Ooh, that would be a good one. I think with Lunalight, if you're building decks, the best thing is to focus on like hyper consistency. Like your deck does one thing really good, and you want to make sure you do it as often as possible. But it is just a pass back. Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring shutting down both players'
Wow.
turn ones. Now let's see if
Ash
Alex
best card in the
is gonna
game.
Draw into a Dracotail monster.
It is a 5 mana, so okay, Fualis, we take those. We
Yeah,
can accept that.
Yeah, Fualis a lot
Sure.
stronger on like turn one when you can't get attacked for game. But there's still gonna be cards that Yasin can draw into with that Fualis. But I think
When you have a battle phase against Lunalight, you
you
should
have
go
to
for it. Yeah.
You have to go. I agree, big time.
We'll see what monsters he can fuse with. Does he have any other Dracotail monsters in his hand? If he doesn't, that could be
You get back Ash
a
Blossom.
huge detriment, especially into a Fualos. I mean, this is not an easy decision for Alex here.
Add back Ash Blossom.
I mean, he needs to figure out what he wants to fusion summon, see what the materials are gonna be, and we'll never know.
It looks like it's a Frixel and
The Nibiru or
A
I
Frixel
see
and what
like
else?
The circle. That's the only reason why. Or is that the Frixel?
I can't tell. Is it another 5 mana?
We'll maybe be able to. I mean, as long as it's a Dracotail name, he'll be able to access a Dracotail Speller trap from the deck.
I mean, he's really contemplating what he's summoning. At least
I mean, he's already used the materials. Yeah, this is a. He's got to be careful. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a warning here for just slow played.
okay, so there was at least one Dracotail monster involved because Arthelion was in the field.
Okay. Yeah, it's off map. We can't see.
At the very least, you can add a copy of Ash Blossom.
Adding Ash back to hand's pretty good. I like that.
And that is the first
Yeah, it looks like it's
target.
another 5 mana.
Okay, so he's gonna
5 mana?
add back to Ash Blossom 5 minute. Arthelion gets to add back as many cards from
Okay.
the field or either player's graveyards as materials used from the hand. Since he used 2, he'll be able to add back 2, and 1 Dracotail name he's gonna be able to set.
could go for
on
game.
Dracotail.
All right, not the most ideal here. You would want to have at least one more just so you can have some more flexibility, but maybe you're taking the trade 1 for 1 here. As you mentioned, he still has that Drone Lockbird in his hand. So not necessarily having to give up any more cards, but he does probably want to activate this Rahu, which is going to be met with Dominus Impulse. I mean, that's just another card that Yasin will take away from his hand. Not getting any more cards off the Fualos. We're going to be able to trade for some damage here with the Arthelion. Now Heavy Polymerization will be more live.
Hmm.
And looks like it's going to be a pass back to Yasin.
So just being able to stop Rahu Dracotail is the name of the game. It is the strongest card in the deck, and you can see Yasin focusing on that with Ash Blossom and the Dominus Impulse.
Impulse Rahu, okay.
The only thing is, he had to pass to an Ash Blossom before. The Ash Blossom is now back in Alexander's hand, and okay, he has another Fractal.
Okay.
Let's see if he has that
Fractal,
copy.
second hound.
This is where that consistency.
Me really only
if
sent
you
second
have
hound.
too many consistency cards and you draw them all together,
Yeah.
but they're not like varied, like multiple copies of Fractal.
Ash
You
again.
end up in this situation.
It's gonna get ashed again, the same as the first time. Will he have a pass back? There is a monster on his field now, so Heavy Polymerization is live, but I don't think he has enough materials in his hand to even try to do it. But he can start with the Perfume Dancer to at least get started.
Kaleido Chick, okay.
Summon here. Not gonna be able to do too much on its
What
own.
does this do? Unless he has like perfume in hand?
Yellow Martin.
It is for perfume in hand. Perfume in hand.
Maybe he has a
Perfume?
little
Yeah,
in hand.
Perfume?
could be extremely strong here.
And he
There is a
does.
Perfume.
Okay, so Lunalight Perfume.
Hey, type shit.
Summon back the Gold Leo. Kaleido Chick's really
Oh,
like the heart and
it
soul
resolves.
effect too, being able to access
That's really
all your
good.
Lunalight names. It's able to send a Lunalight from your extra deck to graveyard.
Who's gonna go, Martin here or
Copy the
Sheep?
name. But the big thing is just getting those cards into the graveyard.
Yeah,
I mean, the name matters if you want to use the like fuse for Liger Dancer on the field and it copies the Leo Dancer name, but
it absolutely matters for the combos. And then, of course, its effect in the battle phase is important as well, where when it's banished, your opponent cannot activate cards effects in the battle phase, so you can have those potentials to go end the game much faster and safer. But now Yellow Martin is able to go to the grave from the hand from Leo. Leo adds the card to the hand and then discards it, so then Yellow Martin will be able to trigger its effect when sent to the graveyard by card effect. But we're going to be chaining Drone Lockbird to cut that off as well. And now Yassine has to be able to do stuff without accessing the deck anymore.
Yeah, this is the exact moment where Droll feels the worst, because that Yellow Martin is going to access the Masquerade, which not as strong here since both Silverhounds have been used. But yeah, you don't want to see Droll. But he at least has like rank 4 access now. He can use the Yellow Martin to return one of his monsters to his hand, or actually neither one was summoned by Silverhound, right? So he could just go into a rank 4 with these two.
You got drolled.
Maybe
Wow.
like Baguska or something.
Okay,
But yeah, if he uses the Yellow Martin to return the Gold Leo, he'll have the follow-up for the following turn.
he will.
So he has some. Well, I mean, I don't know how much follow-up it'll be. I don't like. It depends on how many Yellow Martin he plays. I assume he doesn't play any more copies of the silver.
Doesn't really matter, honestly, because I'm just gonna
Okay, Kaleidocheck is the one going back to hand here. I think he identifies that there's nothing left to do with the Gold Leo at this point. And it is a heavy.
Oh my god.
That is the card he needed. He only has 5,000 life points, so that's why he has to use as many Lunalight monsters.
Oh shoot. Liger Dancer.
I mean, there's only one monster on the opponent's side of the field too.
Yeah, so he's gonna only be able to use one monster from the extra deck, but it's the important one.
Wow.
The Leo Dancer, so it's the final name. And Liger Dancer has come down from Yassine somehow, some way. He found.
I mean, maybe it's out.
About heavy polymerization being key when going second. It also works on your 4th turn of the duel as well. But you know, Alex has to be sweating a little bit, because this is going to be a lot of damage right away. He's going to use Liger Dancer's effect in the battle phase to destroy all of his monsters, and then 2 attacks
For 38 each.
Liger
Wow.
Dancer and Alex will only
Liger goes
have
crazy.
400 life points remaining.
Even after the Drone Lockbird, I didn't think Alex was in such a great spot. He would have the Alkaline, but he didn't have a whole lot of cards in hand because, I mean, he had to use the Ash Blossom. That was the only card he got back off the Alkaline. And now down 2 cards into a Liger Dancer, Silver Scout in the, or Silverhound in the graveyard, going to be able to. Actually, there is no fusion.
Yeah, no, he dumped 2 fusions. One with Liger Dancer and one with the heavy
Oh yeah,
polymerization.
and that is enough. Yassine is able to take it away.
And yep, the Liger Dancer came down and he held on. What a brutal game 3.
A war of
It's
attrition
scary.
here, yeah.
A scary one for Yassine, but heavy polymerization making the difference.
He drew
And,
a
like,
spell or trap, it just
I just have to wonder, like, okay, so he set the second Rahu, but yeah, it was the
I
second.
know it cut off
the
the
dominant
player
symbol
voice.
on that second Rahu that really sealed the deal for him. Yassine's game plan, since he couldn't like play too much, he didn't have a lot of starters, or he had too many starters. We got met by that Ash Blossom. He just needed to stop the Rahu. So if you're out there kind of struggling against Draco Tail, since we mentioned Malulu being limited to 1, they have less monsters to play with. Malulu is one of the
He just scooped it up.
ones in the deck.
Yeah, fair enough.
And
The game was
because
over.
They don't draw Fall into the White Dragon. That card's incredibly powerful, and there's not a lot of ways to stop that. But if you can hyper-focus the Rahu, that might be enough to give you another turn so you can fight back and find your way to your boss monster like Lunalight Liger Dancer.
Yeah, both players kind of just had really strong ways to interact with their opponent with these hands and not a lot of ways to start, or at least only one way to start per turn. And both these strategies are trying to choke out the opponent here. And whatever way you have to stop Draco Tail from fusion summoning, especially if it is something on the lead Rahu, which means that there's typically not anything else that allows you to fusion summon, you just want to cut it off immediately. And both players were able to identify that, and then, unfortunately, fortunately for Yassine, he just had more ways to play.
Yeah, and we're talking about like reading your opponent based on their actions, right? When I play pretty quickly, right? That's because I don't want any of my time for my plays to give any extra information to my opponent. And I think there's some information that Yassine could have pulled from Alex there. Like when he uses the 5 mana, sends the materials, but he's like looking through his extra deck, thinking for a long time. The indication I would get from that is the position he's in doesn't feel great, and he's looking for those answers. So maybe Yassine could smell a little bit of weakness in
Game
there,
number 2.
follow the trail of the weakness to capitalize on that. I think that's what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty easy to identify when you had to lead with Rahu regardless. But it's one of those things where he had to choose between extra deck monsters there. That means, was he considering just passing with the Gulamel, or is he going for the Arthalion to get cards back? I think that was the consideration there.
Oh, yeah, having Gulamel with a trap is
Yeah.
a lot safer of a play, probably.
Because he's only going to give up 1. Like, if he was opting to not have to fusion summon again that turn, just get a trap, have the Gulamel, and then... But you just don't get to add any value back. And when you're already giving up, like, only 1 Draco Tail, so only 1 card replace itself, I think going for the Arthalion there makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too. It's especially because you're being able to add back the Ash Blossom that just ended your opponent's last turn. You have to assume that this will be enough on the following turn. But yeah, what really seemed like happened is that Yassine just didn't have enough Luna Light names. Maybe he had the heavy polarization. Maybe that was the draw for turn that really turned things around. But like, if you showed me both as like their opening hands, the way that game played out, I would have thought it would have been in Alex's favor. He had Rahu, Ash Blossom, Droll, and Lockbird. Like, you can't ask
If
for
the
much
initial
more.
Rahu resolves, he's for sure winning that game. But it really comes down to getting that initial Rahu to resolve.
Yep, that Ash Blossom and that Dominus Impulse were absolutely incredible for Yassine. And I wonder if we're going to see like more Luna Lights than like intended. I thought it was going to be like an outlier, but if someone of like Yassine's caliber is playing it, I'm sure there's so many more duelists out there that brought it this weekend trying to catch our
Luna Light.
duelists off guard.
Yeah, I do think it is an outlier in the tournament. I don't expect to see a lot of them, but the people that are choosing to pilot the deck, I think, are very confident in their Moonlight strategy.
Yeah, definitely. It's a deck that I enjoy playing for a long time, and yeah, I still get to play it on Master Duel. But we're going to hear from Yassine himself and maybe why he brought that Luna Light strategy here this weekend and how he thinks he's going to do. Kangas, take it away for our interview with Yassine.
Wait, the match is already over?
Thank you
Oh, I
very
guess
much.
shit.
Yassine, congratulations on your side feature match.
Wow.
We only got to hop into your duels going into that third one. So I want to get from your perspective, what was the story of that match?
Yeah, so game 3 was game 1 was interesting. Sorry, I won the dice roll and I lost that game because I got triple hand trapped and my hand was a little sketch.
What were the cards? Because we saw like Ash Blossom, we saw a lot of things like that.
Yeah, I drew double Ash with Moonlight Perfume, Foolish Bill Goods, and forgot the 5th card. It was a heavy poly going first, and like this hand technically loses to Ash on either my Serenade Dance or Foolish Bill Goods. But he didn't Ash that, so I thought I had a chance because I can go Serenade Dance, discard Lunar Perfume, and then summon Gold Leo as effect. I got Veiler, that was like, that's fine. He let me discard the Perfume so I can still play the game, and he Ashed my Perfume, so I couldn't really play much. And then for game 2, I went first. Things were a little better this time. I was able to play, and then game 3, that's where I was going into, I don't know, not much of a board really. I just double hand trapped him. I mean, I Ashed him on the Rahu and that made him pass. And yeah, after that it was kind of like a grind game because he also had a hand traps for me.
I was going to say, we
Was
saw
a grind
multiple
game.
turns where really nothing was happening.
Yeah.
What's going through your head as a competitive duelist when you're like, well, hopefully I get up to see another turn, you know?
So the thing is, I have a lot of starters in my hand, but they all do the same thing. It's like multiple Fractale, which only really sends Silverhound, and every single turn it just gets Ashed every time. So I'm not doing much because my normal summons are cards like Kaleido Chick, which doesn't really do anything by itself. If I had a Gold Leo 2, it would have been a different story, but I still had the cards to win at the end, so I'm not...
You did have the cards to win in the end.
Lunalight as well as the deck that you're piloting. Not everyone's kind of confirmed as to what is going to be the best deck. Here, what made you want to play that one?
I like Lunalight because I have a lot of experience with it. Obviously not as much as Mistron. I wish I was playing that deck, but I think Lunalight is a good deck just because people are not really prepared for it, and if you don't have very specific cards for Liger Dancer, you will lose 100% of the time.
I think a lot of the Radiant players I saw were even playing like Lava Golem and shit like that. I think people are kind of prepared for it.
The right side deck options or the right outs.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
All right, hey, sometimes I can get you the win, and you got to win today. So congratulations, kicking that off. Back to the casters.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna stop streaming now, and then stream later maybe. Right now, sorry.